That's right. It's Tuesday night. It's 8 o'clock. Well, it's 8:07 because none of us are our own time, but whatever. It's close enough. This is the Crayola Sec Harsh Reality with myself, Mr. Harshmed, and special guest for tonight, Mr. Seven. He is back to hang with us again tonight. Seven, last time we were showcasing your music. This time is just utter chaos. So just giving you fair warning.
Yes. I'm here for it. Good to hear from you, Scott.
Well, speaking of utter chaos, Seven almost killed us all when he tried to open up a bottle of wine, and in one of
You're
the
not going to
Lysol
let me
bottles.
lay this down, are you? So we bought a cheap wine opener from the liquor store, and it was like $1, and it got stuck inside. So I tried to use Lysol can to bang it down, and it punctured the can, and squirted out the rest of the Lysol, and Harsh almost had a heart attack.
No, I was fine. Our buddy Jay was like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, to be fair, I think I probably would have almost had a heart attack at that point too, especially if a Lysol can just goes shooting across a room.
Right.
I mean,
well, I was just like, "That's weird." Jay was.
I never
like,
said they didn't have a reason to be nervous. I just said what happened. But I got the wine open, and I'm enjoying it right now.
Yep, and I'm enjoying one of these twisted teas.
Nice Tuesday announcement. We do have a website now. It's CrayoLaSec.org.
It is a very beautiful website. Too bad it has to talk about such ugly people on its front cover.
Yeah, it does. But I mean, we all need a disclaimer to be protected from the greasy wax crayons.
That is true. Yeah. That is true. The sooner
what is the website? How can we find it?
CrayoLaSec.org. That's
there you go.
CrayoLaSec.org.
Nice.
Right. Nice, clean, and pristine and everything. And then the mission statements about like some of the dirtiest people on social media. And not in a good way either. Like just horrific human beings.
I just got I farted Olivia that message you sent me a while ago, and she sent me back, "Yay!"
This is harassment. I sent you a friend request, but that doesn't mean you get to harass me. You're stalking me. I sent you a friend request, and I followed your page, but you're still harassing me.
I don't know who you're imitating, but I feel like you're dead on it.
Yeah. It's a woman, but ironically enough, it sounds like that. So
this is harassment. You're stalking me. This is harassment. I'm following your page and sent your friend request, but this is harassment. You're following me.
It's like, is that how that works? Of all the people that die from poisoning in that area, why can't they be one of them? They really need to breathe any oxygen at this point.
Diphtheria or something like that. It's on its way. I mean, it's you can't like shit in all your creeks forever and then expect the water to stay clean. I mean, it just doesn't work that way.
No, it does not, unfortunately.
Eventually, that Crohn's is going to be the death of that pallet camp over there.
They're not even human beings. They're just like, I don't know. They're like swamp. They're like sewer rats, really. They're like sewer creatures. They're not even human.
Robert says he needs a link to click on. If you go to the Crayola Sec page on Facebook, the link is right there on the page.
This is harassment. That's all I hear in my head.
This is harassment.
Or it might have been a white woman filming that 7-day.
That's hilarious, bro. We could create a character. That's all they say. Bob for marketing. This is harassment.
This is harassment. This is harassment.
We're the real Crayola. We're the real Crayola. It's like, no. The man in the crustacean himself, copyrighted it months ago. So
Months.
sorry.
Over a year ago now.
Right.
That's why I said it. If you want the name that bad, come take it. It's going to cost a lot of money. But come take it.
Money that they do not have.
Well, if they come up with it, to be in all honesty, I'll sell it to them.
Yeah.
So
well, they have it. There you go. You guys want the name, you want the rights, come up with the brands. Got to sign it over.
That's right.
If they're listening, I know they're listening. They're listening like,
this is harassment. They're talking about us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they know very well. But enough of that. Let's talk about the week ahead. Don't we have some interesting shows, especially Mr. Wesley Jeffrey himself?
Yes. Chi-Town Injection with the Half-Life Crisis is tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And that's with Mr. Wesley Jaffrey. And then our regular show Friday. I'm not sure what else because, I don't remember shit.
Well, right now that's all we have scheduled, unless Seven wants to start hosting a radio show every Monday. But
you just like to see me work every day. I really think that's
you guys are inspiring me, Scott, with your awesome voice. I want to try to give this a chance.
What awesome voices? Oh, you talking about? Okay, no, that's just I'm stuck with this. I can't get rid of it.
I bet you had that voice in 3rd grade.
To be honest with you, I really don't remember, but probably. People call my mom when I'm like 7. Hello, and thank you for calling. Please listen carefully for our menu options have changed. To speak to my mother, press 1.
The menu options always change.
That's hilarious.
Hey, Hoey.
He's still alive?
Well, yeah, you can't kill him. He's like a weed.
Man, aren't most leprechauns like weeds?
I don't know. The one that was in the Leprechaun movies, he was pretty tough.
Yeah.
He was pretty tough. He didn't want to. But I felt sorry for him because he was like having the worst day ever. Poor guy.
Yeah. He wanted his gold. Oh, that's it. It was simple.
Yeah. All he wanted was his gold.
He got my gold. That's
all he wanted was his gold. And people just gave him hell all fucking day. I mean,
the U.S. government would have bombed the place.
Right. I mean, and then they just gave him hell all day. Poor guy. The Leprechaun is not a comedy horror. It's actually a drama about the life and perils of a leprechaun.
Yeah.
Who has his gold
I gotta kind of disagree. Leprechaun in the Hood was definitely a comedy.
I mean, all of them were comedies, really.
Yeah, they were all pretty funny. But I'm saying I agree with you that all of them were just, antagonizing the Leprechaun. But the one in the Hood, they were rocking with him. They had him smoking weed. He went to a house party. He got a lap dance.
Right. Well, I mean, more power. At least he had more fun.
He smashed a couple of chicks.
Yeah, at least he had more fun in that movie than he had in the rest of them.
Yeah. He's like, I like these black folks. Like, even though I'm about to kill them, they showing me a good time.
Jesus, harsh. I thought somebody spammed the pages there for a second. It was like, where did all that come from all of a sudden?
That's just how...
No, I know. It just all popped up at once, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
boy.
just how that website works, unfortunately.
Happy Tuesday night, fellas.
Happy Tuesday indeed.
Yeah.
What about those White Sox?
No, they're still alive. I think they play in the worst division in baseball.
And they're the worst team in the division.
They basically play in the Rosart version of all the Rosarts of the divisions. So.
Play high school teams.
Well, they look like it compared to the AL West and the AL East. I mean, they might as well call it the AL Comedy Central with how bad it is. So,
see, I don't follow baseball because I'm not in the broadcasting game anymore. And I don't know how to broadcast on anything other than WGN anyway. This is Harry Carey coming at you live from Baseball Diver.
Yeah, I think one of the requirements to like commentate baseball is that you have to be half awake the whole broadcast.
It might be, it could be, it is.
No, you see, his thing wasn't falling asleep. He was drunk the entire time.
Right. Yeah, he was drunk and he was a stroke victim.
Right. So,
okay.
broadcast.
And
there was a pop-up to left field right on the stands.
Like when Harry Carey was broadcasting with the Cubs, he was always in the bag, and he was a victim of like multiple strokes. When Harry Carey was broadcasting like St. Louis and Oakland, he was just like the regular, run-of-the-mill broadcaster. When he was with the White Sox, he was just a goofy old uncle, but who just knew where he was. Whereas when he was with the Cubs, it was just like, all right, this guy's not there anymore.
That was a lot of explaining for the life of Harry Carey there. I mean,
you just have to keep our out-of-towners with.
That could have almost classified as a documentary, a docudrama. The Harry Carey documentary. Yeah.
This so Cub. Oh, my big.
This is my story. Right here on HBO and Cinemax. This is Harry Carey. This is the story of my life.
Sometimes I wonder if you're a real person or a figment of everyone's imagination.
He's clearly a figment of my imagination because all I know is this image of him. Like if he walked up on me tomorrow, like, "Hey, Seven, how you doing?" I would have to like listen to the voice. I've never seen his face.
Who, me?
Yeah, that's you, Scott. You can rob me tomorrow, and I wouldn't know it was you.
I'm actually not human. I'm an AI.
Oh yeah, that's why the Bowser comments came up back in the day. I forgot. Anyway.
I don't. Jesus. I am just as large as my voice is, Seven.
8 feet tall?
Not quite, but not far from that either. I blame this voice on smoking.
Smoking. Tyler Johnson says, I've been in the weeds gardening. Original woke movie.
Oh, yeah, he was talking about the Leprechaun was the original woke movie. Oh, Jesus. So there you have it. The Leprechaun was actually the original woke movie.
Yeah. Not Malcolm X or Higher Learning.
No.
Any of those movies.
No, I think the woke he's referring to is like the liberal wokeness.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Not the actual wokeness. Not
okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. It just you saw the realization just hit the light bulbs went over my head like, oh, all right.
Right.
Yeah.
He's referring to the ones that put Dylan Mulvaney on the side of a Bud Light can. Those people.
Nah, I feel bad for like LGBT people and black people. LGBT people have like their shit.
Really
that's a hell of a thing to rope them together with. I feel
but
bad
think
for
about it. They both get co-opted by like Becky, Chad, and Karen.
People.
Like the LGBT movement gets co-opted by like rich white dudes who want something to complain about, so they chop their dicks off. Like, see, I'm oppressed too. And then you got the fucking like Black Lives Matter movement and the other like woke
How are
movements,
you
they
looping
get co-opted
those?
by like Becky and
Becky.
Karen is like, we're oppressed too. Our husbands used to do all sorts of bad things to us. They would only let us cheat on them with white guys, not black people. What's wrong with you all? And so that's why all that shit went to hell.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I mean, look at who like controls BLM. It's like white women. See, it's the patriarchy.
White
Like,
women control BLM. Hold on, I'm writing this down.
yeah,
Listen.
look it up, dude.
God, I've learned as a black man in these situations, you just sit there and smile. You know, you don't
Yeah,
say
but am I
anything.
wrong about this,
You don't
Seven?
agree.
Am I
You don't
actually
agree
wrong
or
about
disagree.
this?
You don't agree or disagree. You just smile and
Yeah, but am I wrong about this though?
let everybody know you're.
I refuse to
Yeah, but am
answer
I
that
wrong about
question,
this?
Harshman. We refuse to
Right.
answer
No,
that
I mean,
question, Vince.
I wouldn't say that you're wrong. It's definitely your opinion, and every
Well, if I'm wrong,
And
I'd like to
opinions are
know.
like
Association.
assholes, and everybody has one, and you know. That kind of thing.
Well, I mean,
Exactly,
I'm just
exactly.
saying when I
Thank
listen
you,
to
God.
look, all I'm saying is smash the patriarchy is what a white woman's gonna say. I'm sorry. Like, let's keep it real. I don't know if any black people are like, the patriarchy is this and that. They might say whitey. I don't know. I've never heard of some patriarchy, but I don't know.
I'm upset because my lava lamp is not lavaing.
I know. Damn lava lamp.
Son of a bitch. This is
All right.
bullshit.
I don't know. Seven. If I went too far, you could let me know.
I mean, first of all, this is radio, is free speech, so there's no bar when you're trying to learn. Like if you honestly think
Right.
something and this is your way of thinking and you're expressing it to gain knowledge, then express that.
Right.
To be able to take in a different point of view. So no,
Right.
you didn't go too far. That wasn't the premise of my joke. The premise was, as a black man, there's certain red flags and conversations that we just exclude ourselves from unless we know that we're coming to talk about this.
Right. No, that is
You know what I'm
true.
saying? Like if you invite me to a summit where these are the topics, then I'm way better, more prepared. And if not, then you're going to get just seven small brain trying to,
No,
compete
that's
with
fair.
this big
That's
world,
fair.
and I'm not equipped for that right now.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I feel the same
Yeah.
way about Hinduism sometimes. Although to be fair, half the time those conversations end up with,
Those
well,
cows
the
gods.
Pandavas killed all the relatives for a piece of land, right? I'm just letting you know that. And
Those
even in
cow-
Hinduism, they talk about the apocalypse. If you don't
cows,
understand that, quit talking about my religion, please. Thank you. Come again.
Cows are gods in the religion of Hindu, but they sure are tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. We were talking about pork earlier today, and I grew up. I guess you would call it like Reform Muslim. My father was in prison in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania, and became a Muslim through jail, which a lot of African American men were doing in the 70s and 80s, for protection. And we can get all of that. But he found the religion, and we were then raised in the religion. No background prior to him going to prison with this religion. So I went my whole life without eating pork and, thinking certain things about pigs and all these things. It wasn't until I was an adult that I was explaining to Harsh earlier that I didn't even know it was different cuts of pork. Like I knew about bacon, I knew about pepperoni, but I didn't know you could eat the shoulder and the foot and the nose, the snot. Like I didn't know those things. I wasn't raised around it. And he expressed to me through his religion, it was the same thing with a cow. And I was like, well, I know everything about a cow. Like, I am fine with cow. Like I eat a lot of cow. So it was kind of neat to just, have a conversation with, two different backgrounds and two different animals, two different upbringings and our feelings on it. So, but I learned something new every day, bro. So the way someone thinks or perceives something, I never judge it. I always try to understand why they think that way.
Right. Absolutely.
If I had two kids tomorrow and I raised those kids to believe that the trees were gods and we should worship trees, that's what those kids are going to grow to know. And no one should shame them for thinking that. They can try to, broaden their horizon or their thinking, but If they don't accept it, then let them be. That's how I
Right,
feel.
well, the only thing I will say is with how polluted this world's becoming, maybe we should start worshiping trees like gods. I'm just saying, oxygen is key.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah. I
survive
mean,
without
I
oxygen.
think we should definitely take care of
Fuck
nature
those
way more because it
trees.
takes care of us. Just I learned something amazing about 5 years ago with agriculture. I didn't know that we're supposed to regrow our plants and our food with our own manure because then the land will pretty much see what our body is lacking and then produce that
Yeah.
in our food. Like that's amazing. But if you're not a farmer or if you didn't grow up around these type of thinkings or teachings, you wouldn't know that. So,
No.
and I'm definitely a McDonald's after school generation. Like my mother worked 2 jobs. It was just easier for her to have Wendy's cook for us than her to come home on her break to make us food. So, man, I get it, but I also think there's room to grow and to learn and to change different things. So, and I try to practice that every day.
Not so true in life because the people who stay stagnant are the ones who can't learn. And speaking of people who can't learn, Tyler Johnson mentions it perfectly until they build a pallet camp. The people at the pallet camp, they don't know how to comprehend new information. That's why they stay stuck on the same old nonsense. But that's neither here nor there. The point being is, you're right. I mean, people should always be willing to adapt and grow new information. And FYI, nor as I knew so much about about like the best parts of a pig, or because of Chef Vincenzio's plate when he talked about guanciale pancetta, which meant the pork belly and the cheek of the pig.
Hirschman, you'll never know true diversity until you live in a pallet fort.
That pallet fork seems like a white supremacist group anyway. I mean, think about it, they're all Anglo-Saxon.
Name
They're all
something
racist as hell.
Name an organization that we know that somehow, some way is not associated with a white supremacist group.
Yeah, I can't think of one.
Crayola is not associated with a white supremacy group.
No,
Fox-Charter
no,
Media, however, may be in fact associated with the.
You got Fox-Charter Media, and you got the Rose Arts, who are like white supremacists or affiliated with white supremacists. But all it helps that like none of us are white. Otherwise, you'd have to rethink that.
I'm not white.
I was talking about Scott Senior, but yeah.
Well, I mean, whatever.
I actually identify as a 35-year-old white man named Henry.
Yeah.
Henry? Is that what you said your name was?
Hey, man, just a boy.
And now here's Mr. Henry with his ways of the world. Right here on CSHR Radio.
Black people stink. They stink bad.
No,
what that reminds me of?
White supremacist.
No,
I said you look like one. I didn't say you were
hold
one.
On,
There's
hold
a
on.
difference always.
Seven, you know what that reminded me of just now when you said that? That scene in Blazing Saddles whenever he goes, yeah, I got him right here, and he pulls the other guy over and he goes, hey, where are the white women at?
Where are the white women at? Blazing Saddles. Literally, I only watched that movie because he's a friend of mine. I say racist because he does these things all the time. But he's a white friend of mine that loves for me to watch borderline cringing things. He's like, you never seen Blazing Saddle? My family loves it. And I watched it and I was like, your whole family watches this? And y'all like this? You guys are racist, bro.
It was funny. The movie's funny.
It was funny. It's funny. It's definitely funny. But I know some people in his family. And if they like it together collectively as a family, some people ain't laughing with them. They're laughing at them.
These people are strange. They suck applesauce through a straw. And they like racist movies.
Hilarious. That movie would never fly today.
No, it wouldn't. Unless
everybody would protest it.
Unless Dave Chappelle made it, then it just wouldn't matter.
You know what, Scott? You absolutely only if Dave did it, it had the supporting cast of Saturday Night Live to play in it.
See, because Dave Chappelle, he is literally uncancelable because he just doesn't care.
Well, I think it's because he don't care, and we kind of know he's not racist. Like it's kind of like Jimmy Fallon to me. Like Jimmy, I had to kill like 10 black people for me to go, oh, Jimmy's racist.
So
like
is that how we classify racism from now on?
He just give me that vibe. Like even if he said the N-word one time, I'll go, he didn't mean it. So, it's Jimmy Fallon.
Okay, according to Mr. Henry down here at the bottom of the call, we're going to classify racism now by how many black people you killed.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with Hoey. Like, I don't mind he says any racial slurs because I know he's not a racist.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he says
that's how I look at Hoey.
I mean,
I think in 2023 we should only judge racism by how many people of the other race you kill. If it's by what you say or how you act, who cares? Like I walk into certain bars and I can tell by the way people look at me, I'm not wanted. I don't go, you guys are racist. I go, okay, this is not my place.
Right.
Let me find somewhere else. Like it's totally fine. Like the days of like, oh, I'm going to be here because I have the right to be here. Like I don't want to be comfortable. I want to feel safe. And if I don't feel safe, then just get out there space. I don't have to infiltrate every club. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't have to go knocking on doors to see who's racist. Like I only care about the racist people that's showing it. Exactly. Once you calling the cops on black people for no reason, if you're killing a black person for no reason, that's the people I want in jail. If you're just like hate hip hop, I don't care.
Right. I mean, that's what it is.
I'm going to go sit wherever I want. It would be like trying to move a sequoia anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, okay, like, clearly these people don't want me in their bar. It's their bar.
Right.
Let me get out of their bar.
Exactly. Like I've always said, like, don't go where, only go where you're wanted. Don't go where you're not wanted. There's no point.
Yeah, like, the days of, like, white only pies and colored only water fountains are past. Like we're done with that movement of trying to prove we belong here. Like, okay, yeah, I have the right to be here, but if I die because I'm in here trying to prove a point, what did that do for the movement?
Nothing
at all. And they're going to find a way to say I was in there doing something I had no business doing. It was justified. So now I'm dead. Nobody goes to jail and drinks a free Wednesday night at this skinhead pub. Like, no. Then if you come to where I am, if I'm at a supermarket shopping and you decide to shoot up 13 people, now I have a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Thank you, Mr. Henry, for your commentary.
I thank you, Scott. I thank you. I also enjoy IPAs, Barry Manilow, and cottage cheese.
Speaking of which, we know of a guy who looks like Barry Manilow.
Robert Walker,
I actually fucking love Barry Manilow. Like, I'm not joking. I love Barry Manilow.
Well, Robert Walker, speaking of Barry Manilow,
song you name right now.
Robert Walker says, "I'll never Copacabana."
Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl.
Oh no,
with pretty feathers in her hair.
Sony literally like dug up that copyright just to ding us with it a while back. I'm like, oh my God, somebody's actually reproducing Barry Manilow. Let's go ahead and tag it real quick.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Barry Manilow, Robert Walker says Robert Walker's lookalike Barry Manilow says, "I'll never forget being in a Texas biker bar. Dallas Cowboys. Tony Dorsett walks in." Speaking of the Barry Manilow thing, we got to show you, like, choose my virtual. Like, we're not kidding when we say this.
If my camera was working, I'd put it up. Look,
like, this is our friend. This is Robert Walker, and then this is Barry Manilow.
That's not Robert. That's Barry.
No, they look the same.
Wait, all I see is Barry.
You don't see the guy on the right?
I can't see the picture. You have to move your camera. No, move your laptop.
No, that's it.
You have to move your laptop.
That's the whole picture.
No, not you. You have to move your laptop.
That's the whole picture. You can't. You're not going to see any more of it.
The picture is Barry Manilow. There's another picture to the right that I can't see the person.
Oh, that must be your screen.
Let me see if I clicked on it. Yeah, I'm on my cell phone, guys, so I can't see the other picture. I see Barry, and I see a shoulder, then I see Scott's picture.
Oh. Well, I'll send it to you in the comment. I'll send it to you.
Okay, send it to me in the comments.
I'll send it in Messenger. Hold on.
I'm anticipating it. I'm like, Scott, when's your birthday?
March 27th.
March 27th.
Yes, sir.
You're Aries.
Yes, sir. I'm like
Nice.
Aries everything. Aries rising, Aries moon, Aries whatever, Aries DoorDash.
Yeah, son. Yeah. I feel you. I'm a Capricorn.
Okay. No, ladies are Virgo.
Nice. Virgo ladies are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
like
just
a
sent
man.
you
don't wanna
the.
get
I
into.
just sent you the photo in Messenger.
I just seen it. I'm pulling it up right now. I'm clicking on it. Oh yeah, definitely. Barry Manilow lookalike. I see
Exactly.
it.
That's Robert Walker.
Robert goes, I can see both.
Yeah, I was like, that's Barry. Like you're showing me a picture of Barry
Barry
twice.
Manilow. Because I can't smile.
Well, I love that's my favorite song. I sung that song to my daughter every day of her first year of being alive.
Who?
I mean, I still sing it to her. She hates it, but
Who?
I love it. Now you know I can't smile without you.
I can't smile. I can't smile without you.
I can't laugh and I can't sing. I'm finding it hard to do anything. You see, I
Because I
feel
can't.
sad when you're sad. I feel glad when you're glad. It's you. You know what? I love Barry Manilow so much that I was mad when they put that song in Hellboy.
Why?
When everybody was like, "Oh, that song by Barry Manilow," I'm like, "Bro, I've been on Barry for years."
Oh my God, it's awesome.
I write the songs that make the whole world sing.
Sink.
I write the songs of love and special things.
All
right, that's enough of Barry.
Yeah, that's enough.
We can go Barry all night. I love you, Barry. Barry's still alive.
Yeah.
He's like 78 years old.
Yeah, he's in his 80s now, Barry.
Yeah, he's probably 80. Yeah, he's probably 80. You're right.
He has like 80 or 81. Because I can't smile without you.
No, I can't.
I can't smile without you. And I can't laugh and I can't sing. And Scott finds it hard to do anything.
What version is that?
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Giant Foam Finger Maker.
Mr. Giant Foam Finger Maker.
Without you, our teams would be in 6th or 7th place and feel as if they were in 6th or 7th place.
Can you feel it?
Carefully, you craft uncanny representations of actual human hands so that we may wave them annoyingly in the faces of our rivals.
In your face.
They're enormous, yes, yet one size fits all. Brilliant.
Raise them to the sky now.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Mr. Foam Finger Maker, and know we speak for sports fans everywhere when we say, no, you're number one.
Giant Foam.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay, I had to throw that last little bit in there. Sorry.
That's awesome. And that's why Scott can't smile without you. Anyway.
I'm not going to smile, and you can't make me.
Correct.
Correct. That is correct.
God, I can't believe he just sang that. That's hilarious.
No. Stop it. Stop it. You're going to burn up.
Because Scott can't smile without you. He
You know
can't
how-
smile. He can't smile without you.
You know how you fix this? Ha.
Now do something, sir.
Dude. And he can't laugh, and he can't sing.
Yeah. All right, unmute your freaking laptop, bruh.
He's finding it hard to do
Oh,
anything.
God damn it. Jesus Christ. What are you having like on a slideshow or something? What's going on back there?
This is yeah, we gotta do a better shot of this. We gotta get you with Bowser with the goatee. And then of course we know this classic one.
Hey man, leave her alone.
No wonder why Shy got impregnated by
Hey.
someone else.
Hey man, leave her alone.
Poor Shy had to date him for so long. Let's see this from the audience.
Hey man, leave her alone.
Hey, remember that time Hart, and I were on the show and we both changed that to our profile, to our background photo?
Yes, I do remember that.
Del Toro and Galindo. Yeah.
Hey man, leave her alone.
Leave her alone, man. Hey, man, leave her alone.
Hey man, leave her alone.
Poor Shy.
Jesus Christ.
Jonathan Jonathan Galindo does. Tyler Johnson says, I'm a Stegosaurus.
Right. I have no idea what that means.
And apparently a dinosaur 75 million years older than the T-Rex, supposedly. None of this changes the fact that Justin Del Toro looks like Jonathan Galindo.
Hey man, leave her alone.
Oh, you're his mom?
I don't know. That's what the picture says.
I know.
Hey man,
Yeah, leave her alone.
leave her alone. Jesus. Let's see. I'm trying to since my camera's not working, I'm trying to put a background on mine, but it's not working. So it sucks. Maybe
Well,
choose virtual background. Let's see.
Tyler
there we go.
says, Harsh, did you ever send that guy nudes? No, I did not.
There he goes. It works. Here you go, Harsh.
That's awesome.
He would pay for him. Wait, are you supposed to be sending nudes to some guy?
Oh, I think Tyler's talking about the Thelo stuff. Because Thelo always says like I've never seen him have one stitch of. I'm like, well, Thelo, we never met in person, so what are you talking about? So that's where the joke came from them. And Tyler says he would pay for him. Like, yeah, he probably would because he's a terrible person. So.
Who, Thelo?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, nobody that gets ran over by their neighbor in their own parking lot is a good person.
Correct.
Hey, man, leave him alone. Dude was looking for a sex tape.
I know. It's like, dude, why are you so worried about what another man does on Paul Burleson? That's kind of weird.
That's no worse
Yeah,
than
make
that.
another fucking podcast about me. Yeah, make another podcast about me.
It's like, yeah, people said something about you once, dude. You're not that important.
Paul Burleson. Burleson. His name is Paul Burleson. Burleson.
Yeah.
I don't know. It almost sounds like the sound someone makes when they throw up.
Paul
Burleson. You know,
Paul Burleson.
Burleson.
Choose
Well, I
my
mean,
virtual
it's no worse than
background.
having the last name of Cox.
Yeah. Also true.
There you go. Perfect background. Can't get a better one. It's perfect. I love it.
And then we got this photo in regards to that.
What are you sending me over here? Why are you sending me pictures of myself? The same thing I already have on my computer.
I don't know. It's just for the memory bank.
You're just being weird. You're being strange, Harsh.
I know, I'm very strange. I was just singing a Barry Manilow song with Seven. Just to remember, Justin Del Toro is related to Jonathan Galindo.
Very closely related, as it seems.
Yeah, they really are.
I am tired.
Yeah.
Bud Light, Mr.
Yeah.
Pro Wrestling Wardrobe Guy.
Whoops. Here you go.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real man of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Fancy Coffee Shop Coffee Pourer.
Mr. Fancy Coffee Shop Coffee Pourer.
What do you do with a master's degree in art history? You get a nose ring and pour coffee for a living.
Pour it on now.
Why is it called a latte? Maybe because it costs a latte, and it takes a latte time to make.
Whole lot of latte.
Someone ordered a cappuccino? Step aside. Let the man who works the milk foamer take over.
Step aside.
Sure, you charge $5 for a cup of coffee. It's putting that tip jar out that takes real guts.
Yeah.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, guru of the ground roast. It's not the caffeine that gives us the buzz. It's you.
Mr. Fancy Coffee Shop Coffee Pourer.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
All right.
It's good to know.
Send that to dude with the bull ring, the cook. Why am I friends with some of these people, I swear?
I don't know. No one knows if we ever took the news seriously again. Our backgrounds could just be the story we're talking about for our article. So
No.
no,
No.
no. We're already at that time of the day.
Yeah, might as well be.
Yeah.
Like to thank everyone for coming out again today. This has been your Tuesday edition of the Crayola Sec Harsh Reality CSHR Radio. And if you're listening online, continue listening. And it'll still go for a few minutes afterwards. But we'll play music this time. Anywho, y'all have a great night. Harsh, take us out.
This has been another edition of the Crayola Sec Harsh Reality. This is Harsh, but I'm out reminding you that life is harsh, but to live it. And remember, just because you say you're Crayola Sec doesn't mean you're Crayola Sec. And remember, sometimes you gotta color outside the lines.